Hey everyone, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I am super excited. Megan Baxter, social media expert, is here to help us in our real estate business. Welcome, Megan. Thank you for joining us.
Hello and good morning. Thank you for having me. I came prepared for coffee chats. I got Wonder Woman. We're doing it. We're
I
here.
love you.
We're ready. We're excited.
I love you all. I love you already. That's awesome. I'm letting a few more people come in. And yeah, you're my type of girl. Cool Wonder Woman coffee mug. I put in the chat right now. Also, Megan has some great things in store for us. One is including her free Facebook group you might want to consider joining. And she also has a freebie. Let me go ahead and put that in. I'll add it in again later in case someone shows up. So anyways, I've been following Megan for a little while now, and I started a new page, and almost instantly what she said to do really works. I was just blown away. So I reached out to her and asked her if she'd be a guest on this call, and I was so honored when she said yes. So Megan, I was hoping you could share some of the knowledge you have in helping us real estate agents grow our social media.
Yes, absolutely. That's actually kind of what I live for. That's my jam. So short background about me. I have been coaching social media for about 4 years. I fell into it accidentally, actually through direct sales, because I was kind of like the go-to, like, I don't know how to do this. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, help. And I was always helping. And I was like, I got to do something with that. So I had a private coaching business for 4 years that I decided to take public, which is about when you and I stumbled upon each other. I had just leaped into, I'm going to be a public coach. So it's been a wild ride, unbelievably exciting. Surreal at moments. I'll be truthful. It's just like, oh my gosh, like, how did this all happen so quickly? And I did a little experiment with the stepping out into the public coaching. I said, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know that all of these people I've worked with through the years, they have great results. I was like, but I needed like one more little like confidence. Like, I'm sure I can do this public, not just people who already like me. So when I started my social media strategist page, I decided I was going to start from zero. I did not invite any of my influence in any other area. And I have some pretty big followings on multiple platforms because I've worked 100% virtual for years. But I was like, if I'm going to do it without that audience, and if I can do that, then I can help anyone. If you literally have not a single follower right now, that was my psychosis, we'll call it, the mad scientist with the algorithm. So I invited literally just about 15 to this brand new page that I launched on January 1st. I invited my top earners in my personal teams and my grandma. I'm not kidding. My grandma, she just turned 87 and she lives out of state, and she's like the best cheerleader in the world, right? Like, at my age, to still have my grandma is crazy.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
So I invited my grandma. She was my big top cheerleader when I had, no one in the page. And I started working what I call the sandwich. And we're going to get to that in a minute, because I'm going to teach you guys that portion of growth absolutely free while we're on this Zoom, because it's easy to learn and it will get anybody a result to get started. When you see a result from that, you're going to be like, okay, I need the rest of this system. I'm certain of it.
Okay.
So I started with the sandwiches, and you make these little sandwiches 3 times a day, and you will pick up what is called a weighted traction inside the algorithm. The more you flip these little imaginary light switches inside the office of the robot, that's what I imagine the algorithm is. He's like this little AI bot, and like in an office. And if you flip the light switches, you get seen by everybody. And if you don't have your light switches turned on, you kind of like sit in the shadows. Okay. And each time you do a sandwich, you're kind of like flipping a nice little switch inside that office. That's like how I imagine it in my head. Okay. And I was able to go, at first, I was like, oh my gosh, I went from 0 to 3,500 followers in 30 days. And then I continued my sandwiches and the rest of the system. There's about 21 things that you need to kind of know about the algorithm if you're going to really get seen in all the places you can imagine and beyond. Working these 21 things is how you found me, right? Yes. I showed up in your feed. That's what got me the exposure that let all of this take off. So now I have gone, actually, I hit 10K. It was 0 to 10K in 90 days.
I've seen that too. Congratulations. That's amazing.
10,000 followers in 90 days and 100% duplicatable is what makes it magical. Anybody can do it. You do not have to have, collegiate social media marketing, which I do, but you don't need that. You can just plug and play the steps and follow them easily. So essentially what you do, we're going to do like the mini crash course on the sandwich.
Should we write this down? Should we get a pen and paper?
Yeah, it would be a great time to take notes, but you
Okay.
recorded. So there might be a replay here somewhere for people that
I'll put
want
on
to
my
learn it too.
I'll put it on my YouTube channel too, but if I'm going to take some notes while we're going.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So the mini sandwich, each time you get into the internet, every time you open up your Facebook and you're going to do a post, a lot of people tell you to do your post and then go comment on a couple things. And that's actually backwards because you got to let the algorithm know that you're there before that post goes out. So what I started testing, and then I picked a steady number, but I started testing, okay, if I do 3 comments, what result do I get? If I do 5, what result do I get? All right, how about we go crazy and we do 10? What result do I get? And I really found that the magic number seems to fall right around 5. So before you post, you should post a minimum of 3 times a day if you're trying to grow. Once a day in Facebook if you're just maintaining. If you're happy with your following and you have enough people, as long as you consistently show up 1 time a day, you won't fall backwards. You won't have any backsliding.
Nice.
But if you're looking to grow, which most of us are, and if you're in business, you should be looking to grow. You constantly want to have new sets of eyes because you never know where your next dream customer or client is going to come from. So the more people that see you, the more likely you are to align with the person that's going to literally be life-changing for you.
Right.
So I always do 3 times a day because that's your growth mode. Anywhere from 3 to 5 will have you actually accelerating your traction in the algorithm. And that can get really, really exciting because when you start getting like 100 new sets of eyes every day, 150 sets of eyes every day, that's life-changing for your business, especially if you get good at like lead captures and stuff after you have that audience there. So when you go in and you post, before you put your post up, you're going to go to your page's feed, right? Because it's got that own feed. When we're inside our page, we know it looks different than when we're over here on our main profile. When you're in your page's feed, you're going to leave 5 comments. I just do it real quick. Just the first 5 posts that are there. It's like the lottery with me. If you pop up at the top of the feed because you're doing what you're supposed to do, you get some attention from me and I cheer for you. It's fantastic. I don't overthink it. I don't spend a lot of time on, writing novels. If somebody's having a great day, I tell them have a great day. If somebody said good morning, I say good morning back. If somebody's celebrating something like a win or they hit a milestone, it's like congratulations or happy birthday or whatever it is. Just short, sweet. I love emojis. Throw some emojis in there. They make it cute and fun, and then move on to the next one. After you've done your 5 comments, you're going to want to go up and we're going to put up a story. Stories are really important. There are a lot of studies, and they all have kind of varying theories, but the average is that about 60 to 65% of Facebook users don't go to the feed anymore. They're in their stories.
Hey, real quick, somebody asked, are you doing this on your personal or your business profile?
Business.
And strictly Facebook or other social media outlets?
All of the social media platforms have a different algorithm. I do teach them all, but this is relevant for Facebook.
Okay, thank you. And it's your business profile for Facebook. Okay, thank you. So go up to the story.
So you go up to the stories and you do a story, and they're super important. We have been kind of reconditioned in the past 2 or 3 years because of Snapchat, because of TikTok, because Reels got real big on Instagram. As those things began to grow, Facebook said, crap, I got to do this too. And now we have this like 15-second attention span of a society, which is unfortunate. I miss when we read long books, personally, little nerdy, but you have to adapt your business to the society that you're in. That's how you're going to succeed. You have to shift. So it doesn't matter that I wish we all still had longer attention spans. What matters is how am I going to be able to be visible inside my market? Because that's what allows my business to continue to grow. So we do the stories. Stories can be a 15-second video clip, or they can just be an image. But we have a lot of options in there. They can be fun. We can add music. We can add links to the stories so people can just click and they end up right in your website.
Wow.
Or like this coffee chat is in my story right now. They can just click it and come in if anyone wanted to this morning. They can just push the button and hop on in here with us. So that's really powerful. If you have, in the world of real estate, think about if you have a listing that went up and you have a huge social media following, you could literally just put like the link to the listing with a nice picture of the property, and people could go and they could do the virtual tour or whatever it is that your business offers. They can just pick it up right from your story. Like if you want to see more of this home, you know, click the screen and it brings them right to it. That's great free marketing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's a good idea too. I really need to start doing stories. Yeah,
so after you've done your story, then you make your post. That's when you do it. You do the post. It's like the meat inside your burger, right? So like the comments are the top bun and your story's like the cheese, because otherwise the burger's boring. And then the post is the meat. And then you need a bottom bun. So after you've made your post and you've put it out into the world, and now all the people you just interacted with are seeing it right away, because that's what the algorithm does. It syncs us together. It says, oh, these two talk, these two have this in common and this in common. And it just keeps matrixing like-minded audiences based on the information you give it. So I like to give it that I'm talking to as many people as I possibly can. And then I go in front of as many people as I possibly can. And then from there, I go back out into the feed. I do 5 more comments super quick and I'm done. Boom. That sounds like a lot, right? That was a big whole mouthful that came out of me, but it's not. You can do this in like 3 minutes. You really can. If you just fly through those comments, right? Okay. Like I've actually done a test inside one of my coaching groups where I put a timer up and I verbally said, you know, like this comment, story, time me. You can do it in 3 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
3 minutes, 3 times a day. That's 9 minutes invested into your social media. And in 3 months, you could have 10,000 more sets of eyes on your business. Wow. I think that's worth it.
And you did it. For those that came in late, she did 10,000 within 3 months.
Yeah.
For starting from 0. That's amazing. I do have your Facebook in the chat too, and your freebie gift for anybody also as we're chatting.
Yeah. Do you want me to explain the freebie really quick?
Oh yeah, that would be great. Maybe I'll open
and they're like, well, what's this freebie?
Okay, there we go.
So this is a free training that I did. It's workbook style. It does not have a video attachment, but I'm going on, it's got almost 5 years that I've been training people in their social media, all types of business, some direct sales, some network marketing, some affiliate marketing, but also some brick and mortar businesses. I have craft shops, I have restaurants, I have a TV show that I actually am their social media manager. Yeah, it's wild. And I found that in all of these people that I have trained through the years, small businesses particularly make the same 4 mistakes with their graphics, like almost all of them. So this is the graphic no-nos, the 4 things you do not want to do with your graphics and social media because they're slowing you down. And it's a nice little checklist. It tells you why each one isn't good, why it's harming your social media. And then you're able to correct that mistake. And that can also impact the amount of visibility that you're getting.
Looks great. I just downloaded it now. It already looks amazing. Thank you.
It's pretty in pink. All my training's pretty in pink.
I think that on your YouTube channel, which she has, is all that pretty pink too. Someone asked, so do we do this 3 times a day, every day? Also, is there a better time of the day to get the most on the posts?
There is. That is a phenomenal question. So yes, 3 times a day, every day. Life of a social media marketer, no matter what industry you're in, whether you're selling houses or you're selling lipstick, you got to be consistent and you have to show up. Social media is part of the job now, present day. Before it was like take it or leave it. Maybe 5 years ago, you could get by without it. The world since COVID has changed so much. You really got to hop on the train and you just got to carve out those few minutes for yourself because the impact for your business is huge. And then for times of day, there are peak visibility times that I like to operate inside of. Those are 8:30 to 9 a.m. is number 1. That gets all of your coffee sipping scrollers, which is me. I'm a coffee sipper scroller. On any given day, I got this in my hand and I got my Wonder Woman mug and I'm doing my internet, right? So I'm a coffee sipping scroller. That's when you're likely to catch me. So there's a whole market of those people. The second window is 12:30 to 1 p.m. These are my lunch break people. They work most likely in an office job or that type of setting. They don't really have time to leave and go someplace cool for lunch. So they've heated up their food in the office microwave or the takeout's gotten there and they're sitting at wherever their office has lunch. And what do they got to, there's nothing else to do. They're chewing their food and they're like, oh, I got to go back to my desk. I have like 10 minutes. What do I do? You scroll. That's our culture now. If you got 10 minutes and nothing to do, if you're in a waiting room, you do the same thing, right? You're like, oh, might as well see what's going on in here. So those are my lunch scrollers is what I call them.
30 to
And then
1.
the next window is actually a little bit larger. It's 6:30 to 7:30 p.m.
Mhm.
And these are my decompression scrollers is what I call them. They have worked all day, came home, been a mad chaos, fixed dinner for their kids or eat dinner or whatever. Everybody's settled down. Hopefully the kids are doing their homework if they have children. If they don't have children, they're still just tired. We plop down on the couch and we know we should probably go fold our laundry, but we sit there like this for a few minutes.
You got that
Because
right.
you're just letting your brain just like ooze
Yeah.
itself out. And there's a lot of our culture that does that almost like clockwork. So you're able to really get in front of a lot of people because they're likely to be on.
Yes, absolutely. I was reading the questions in the comments. So
Nope, that's okay.
yeah. Also, I posted in there your growth course that you have at affordable fees, or a little something you could tell us about that too. In case
Absolutely. The 21-day growth challenge, it takes 3 weeks to build a habit.
Yeah.
So I went with 21 days.
Okay.
And this, I actually walk you through 100% everything to do. It's got a planner inside it. You just check off the boxes. You did your comments, you did your story, you made your post, and it teaches you the 20 additional, right? The sandwich like moves the train, but there's 20 other things that you need to know about the algorithm. There's 20 other things the algorithm wants to see, the things that make up your metrics when you push on like your dashboard tools and your insights, the thing that determines that. So I walk through the 20 other like algorithm movers, one each day in this inside of this course. Each day has about an hour of training. And then it also has a support group where even though the live course, it has ended, I go in and I do live Q&As. So if you come into the course today, you're going to see me in about 3 days on a live. I do an hour to an hour and a half where it's an ask me anything on social media, anything. I answer all the questions. I even answer the other platform questions, even though it's inside of Facebook. It's an AMA Q&A session. And we do that once a week in there. The community that's in there is incredible. They've had some phenomenal results. I have 2 students that have actually mirrored all the way to 10K, which is really exciting. I have several students who in their first 21 days crossed 3,000 to 5,000.
Wow.
And you can see all of that right inside the group. Everybody shares their tips, what worked with them well. You know, hey, I used this graphic and it was awesome. You can pick up a lot of support from the women that are in there, which I absolutely love. Like it's such a strong community. And then it also has the full workbook, which I think there might be one of these on my desk because there's always one of my workbooks floating around on my desk. So it's an actual like free workbook. It prints all the way out. This is a shot of what that planner looks like. So you can't miss it. You can't mess up your post. You can't miss a beat on how to get yourself growing because you just literally like it's print and go, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I started doing what the sandwich that's when I first met you. And I'm like, let me see this. And I took notes then because I got you on another video. And I did it only for a few weeks and then I stopped because I need to get that habit. So
Life happens.
But I got 121 followers in about 2 weeks, and I would have not gotten that if I wasn't doing. I don't know why I stopped. I think I went out of town or something, and then I came back. My real estate was picking up again. But if I would stay consistent with that, I know it works just from that 2 weeks. 121 followers. That's free eyes on my business.
Yeah. Yeah. And with your hashtags, you can really drill down. So if you're a real estate agent in South Dakota, right? You can drill down through your hashtags and actually get like your target audience. And that's all taught inside that course. It teaches you how to reverse hashtag, how to choose and get the metrics working in your favor, and then really get like your target set of eyes. So I was able to pick up when building my social media strategist page, I was able to pick up primarily women with small business because of the hashtags I was using, because that's who I primarily coach. I mean, I do coach men too, but I'm a give back to women. I want women to not struggle. It's like a soft spot thing with me. I didn't always have it the easiest. I failed for a very long time. My story's inside the workbook, so I won't bore you all with it. But I have a big soft spot for like getting women unstuck in their business because I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to quit. Like, don't quit if you just keep going. Because there was a time I was a failure. And if I hadn't kept going, I'd never be here, right? I wouldn't be doing all of these amazing things that I'm doing. I wouldn't be helping all these people that I'm helping. So I really try to like swoop in and be like, no, I can give you solutions. Just don't give up. Like you're meant to be great. You're going to be great. You just got to keep going a little further.
You're living proof.
Yeah, I am. I really am.
And redone it and redone it. So, yeah, nothing like living proof. Yeah. And a majority, now there are several men in real estate, which is fantastic, but the majority statistically, they say are a little more women. So this could really help. Also, I think women don't always tend to more of a softer side, and they just need a different type of coaching than
They do. They do. I do have male private clients. The TV show is male owned and run. And I'm allowed to be I have to be a lot more firm with them. Actually, to get them to do anything for me, I have to be like, I need this now, you know? And so I can use a little bit more like I call it my mom voice when I'm working with the men, and then the women, I'm able to be like, it's just a little more fun. I can be like, okay, lady,
yeah,
you got a goal here, right? Like you got a goal, we got a plan, but you got to take those steps. I can't come over to your house and click the buttons on your computer for you. You got to do this.
Well, I think if everyone follows you, is that one Facebook link? I didn't click on it. If they
The
follow
Facebook link is my free coaching group. So in there's a ton of resources. There's printables, there's organizers for your content. There are hours and hours and hours of free training in there. So if you come in today to that free group, scroll backwards. That's the best advice I give anyone, because I've been running that group for months, right? I've been dropping in sometimes like twice a week video trainings. You got to go find them. You got to just go scroll for them, but they're in there. There's so much resource in there. So I usually, when someone reaches out, even as like a private client setting, when someone reaches out, I usually refer them there. I'm like, go collect everything free, right? And then come back with whatever that doesn't teach you, because I don't want you to waste a bunch of money. I want to solve the big problems, the complicated problems, the little problems, like what time do I post my good morning? I can tell you that for free. I don't need to make a big deal out of that.
But it's enough to get you going too, because I know it works.
Yes.
I've been following you on your I guess, was it a page, Megan Baxter, social media?
Social media strategist. Yep, that's my
Social
business
media
page.
strategist.
Oh, well, that's my coaching business page. I have a couple businesses.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what? I didn't know about this group. I will definitely be joining that as soon as we get off the call. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, at the bottom of this video, it'll be posted on my YouTube channel, which is abundanceforrealtors.com. It'll take you right to my YouTube channel. I'll put the links to Megan's freebie offer, her Facebook group, and her growth course at the affordable fee before it goes up. I think you said when we were chatting before this, you are raising
May 1st. May 1st. Right now, it's actually only 47 because it's in that replay. When it goes live again, it's going to go up significantly. But the replay access for it is 47, which is it's 21 hours of training. Just to give you some perspective, it's well high value. And you get lifetime access. So the one thing that's really amazing with that is the algorithm is ever changing. We had a huge algorithm change just about 8-10 months ago. And that made a lot of people where everything was going great. And then it kind of started to crash. And they're like, oh no, that's because the algorithm changed. So what's amazing with that course is because the algorithm will ever evolve, it is inevitable that it's going to change again. You get lifetime access. So my students that are already in there, when I do the next wave live course on May 1st with that new wave of students, they keep all of the access to it. They get all the new videos. If the algorithm changes and something's different in the training, they get the new. You have it forever. Once you have it once, you have it forever.
So to be clear, it's $47 one time, like for life. Oh, well, okay. I'll be joining that too. So,
I can't beat it. Like I said, when it's live, it's significantly more because you're getting that live in person. But when it's in replay mode, it goes down to 47. So now's the time to swoop in.
Oh, I'll put it back in the chat in your other one for anybody else that came in late. We had a couple more people. Wow, this has been a lot. Does anybody have any questions for Megan right now before we sign off? I know we had a couple. Make sure we got them all. It is 8:30 to 9 is the first Thursday. Thanks Kim for answering that also.
8:30 to 9, and 12:30 to 1, and then 6:30 to 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, so great. Well, this was really great. Like I said, I've been using it. I've watched your success. I got lucky and caught you at the beginning of growing your page. I was so stoked when I seen the 10,000 when you hit 10,000, I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't have stopped.
No, see that, there you
Enjoying
go.
everything.
That's your sign. Keep going. If you're just diligent, you're going to get there. You're going to get everywhere that you want to see. And something that's really amazing is the larger you get, people start sharing out your stuff. And so my page is 10,000 followers, but my post reach is almost 50,000.
Oh,
because
wow.
people will share the post. Someone will see it, they'll share it, then their whole audience will see it. And it just kind of continues like these super powerful dominoes.
Nice.
So you can do a lot. You can have a page of 1,000 and get yourself seen by 12,000 people if you're really just consistent in there and you're delivering value in your content.
Yeah, I think with social media, I'm hurting myself because there's so much I don't know. That's why I need to hire an expert such as yourself.
Hey, I know a girl. I'm just saying. I know a girl. She does take private appointments. Throwing it out there.
Just saying, if you want to get there sooner, thank you. Yeah, that's what I do. I help agents get there sooner. Starting a new real estate, or new course for new real estate agents. I put the Facebook group in there to be one of the first to know when the course is finished and it's almost done. Because we all can use some help from time to time. And if I can help someone get there quicker at affordable rate too, I'm more than happy. Or free.
Absolutely. That's what my mission is. It took me 8 years to learn what I now teach. I did collegiate learning, you know what I mean? I worked with some amazing gurus. And it took me 8 years. I don't want it to take you 8 years. I can get you there in 6 months. I don't know what that says about my first 8 years, because I can now produce that for you in 6 months. But you know, I want to save you the time of the journey, because I know there were definitely eras in my journey that were so discouraging.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
If it wasn't for the grace of God making me so stubborn, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have gotten here. It's who knew that was such a gift, but it is 100% stubborn that got me to like, I refuse. I will not let you call me a failure forever.
Yeah, try doing it in real estate.
But you don't need to take that long to get there.
No. Well,
now that someone's figured it out, I found one of the biggest things for me that was very frustrating in my starting out years, you know what I mean? Like year 1, year 2, there were all these people around me that had made it to these like pinnacle glass ceilings, but they won't talk about what they did. They won't tell you, or they'll tell you half. I don't like that. They tell you like a little, and I don't like that. So I decided that whenever I figure it out, I will figure it out. It might take me a long time, and it did. It took me almost 8 years. But when I figure it out, I'm telling the whole darn world. And that's what I've been out here doing. I'm telling the whole world.
You're awesome. That's why I think I was attracted. You're just, you put good out, you get good back. And we already had some people said they signed up, and
oh good,
new members and followers. So
yes, yay. Members, I will let you in when we're off the call.
Signed up,
I do have to do the approvals on it. So give me a small window, but you'll get in there.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Surfing around.
Listen, I know once this video goes out, I'm going to share it at my real estate company, LPT Realty. I think there's going to be others. Would you be, have to commit, but I would love to have you back another day as a guest.
Of course.
And
yeah, you could take a poll and we could do a Q&A, or if you wanted to, you could kind of see what your people's biggest topic is.
Are you serious? That is so nice.
Tell me what's most helpful and I'll come in and I'll talk about that.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, anybody wants to email me at VeronicaEdwardsRealtor.com and let me know what you would like to have Megan back on the video for.
I'm going to let you orchestrate it. I'll come in and do the free training. You orchestrate the topic. How about that for a deal? That
sounds great. Yes. Okay. Go ahead and, like I said, if you want to, just go ahead and send me an email, Veronica@VeronicaEdwards.com. Or if you're in one of my Facebook groups, message me. Just any way you want to get a hold of me. I'll put it together and we'll reach back out to Megan to have her back, and it would be even more wonderful. But people are still signing up.
I love it. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to see you inside.
Me too. I'm going to be in there with you all.
With me. If you do jump in the course, we do that weekly Q&A. So that's really helpful as well. We're usually on about 60 to 90 minutes. It's lengthy, but I like to give everyone the opportunity. So I have that carved out where once a week we go in and we kind of hang out and you ask me wherever you're stuck and I solve your problem. If it's internet related. I can't solve like your laundry broke or something, but I can solve your internet problem.
Yeah, I can help you with real estate, social media. So I'm going to be in there too, crushing it in social real estate. But I think we can all do way, way better if with your help, Megan. Thank you so much. People are saying they'd love to have you back, and thank you.
Yes, I would love to. I'd be
Wow,
honored to. This was amazing. I'm very grateful that you reached out. I'm so glad, you know,
Yeah,
I haven't gone seeking these types of things, but when someone shows up to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Yeah.
oh yeah, I knew you were awesome. Thanks so much. Thanks everyone for joining. Oh, you're welcome, everyone that's thanking us both. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. And I look forward to seeing inside Megan's group or my groups too. Talk to you all soon. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.